My beautiful husband right there.
Is that we need to drop this mess and go on with our lives. Life is too short.
Shirley Ceasar, the legendary gospel singer and former member of the renowned Caravans, is finally opening up about the rumors that have surrounded her for years. At 85, she's ready to share her story, from the struggles of her childhood to her rise to fame and the secrets she's kept along the way. Watch this video to uncover the shocking revelations Shirley has decided to reveal to the world. But before we dive into Shirley's revelations, we need to rewind to her early years and discover how she got her start in the gospel music industry. Early life and career journey. Born on October 13, 1938, Shirley was the 10th of 12 children in her family. Her father, James, worked in the tobacco industry, but was also a well-known lead singer in a gospel quartet called the Just Came Four. This early exposure to gospel music had a big impact on Shirley's future. At just 10 years old, Shirley began singing with her father's group. This experience was the start of her musical journey and gave her an early taste of performing gospel music. Tragically, when Shirley was 12, her father passed away. Instead of stopping her musical dreams, this loss seemed to fuel her passion and determination. After her father's death, Shirley started a new chapter in her music career. She began touring with an evangelist named Leroy Johnson. This opportunity allowed her to grow her musical talents and reach a wider audience. Johnson had a TV show in Portsmouth, Virginia, giving Shirley valuable experience performing for both live and broadcast audiences. In 1951, at the age of 13, Shirley recorded her first song, I'd Rather Have Jesus. This early recording showcased her talent and set the stage for her future success in the gospel music industry. Even while attending high school, Shirley's dedication to her craft was clear. She spent her time touring throughout the Carolinas, honing her skills and building a fan base. This period of her life highlights the incredible work ethic and passion that would define her career for decades. However, Shirley's journey was not without its challenges. Growing up in North Carolina during the Jim Crow era, she faced discrimination and obstacles that could have discouraged a less determined person. Shirley recalls incidents where restaurants would put up closed signs when she arrived, showing the racial prejudice of the time. She also remembers a time in school when a lady handed out cookies to all the children. While the white children received fresh cookies, Shirley and her black classmates were given stale ones. Much of Shirley's resilience can be attributed to the influence of her mother, Hannah. Despite the hardships, Shirley's mother taught her the value of self-respect and perseverance. These lessons were crucial for Shirley throughout her life and career, helping her overcome many obstacles in the music industry. After high school, Shirley was determined to continue her education. She enrolled at North Carolina Central College, studying business education. During her college years, Shirley had a life-changing experience. While taking a typing test, she heard someone call her name. She turned to the woman next to her, but she hadn't spoken. Later, at home, Shirley heard the voice again, clearly saying she was called to preach the gospel. This moment was a significant spiritual awakening for her, making her realize she was meant to spread the gospel through her music. In 1958, at 19, Shirley made a crucial decision. She approached Albertina Walker about joining the Caravans, a leading gospel group at the time. Impressed by Shirley's voice, Albertina welcomed her into the group. This opportunity was so important that Shirley put her education on hold to pursue music full-time. Joining the Caravans launched Shirley's professional music career. The group gave her a platform to showcase her talent and learn from experienced performers. However, life on the road brought new challenges. On her first night with the Caravans, Shirley stayed alone at the Casbah Hotel in Washington, D.C., feeling vulnerable. She faced her first test of character when a male gospel singer, staying in the same hotel for an upcoming performance, made an inappropriate advance. Shirley firmly rejected him, showing maturity and protecting herself from potential harm. As Shirley became more comfortable with the Caravans, her talent shone brightly. She performed with renowned gospel singers like Albertina Walker, Cassietta George, Dolores Washington, Josephine Howard, Eddie Williams, and James Herndon. This experience helped her develop her unique style. Shirley recorded several hits with the Caravans, including Sweeping Through the City and No Coward Soldier. These songs highlighted her powerful voice and ability to connect with audiences. However, by the early 1960s, tensions arose within the group. In 1961, feeling a strong calling to ministry, Shirley made the difficult choice to leave the Caravans and focus on evangelism full-time. Shirley believed her ministry was more dynamic than her singing alone. Her departure from the Caravans marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, as she dedicated herself to her spiritual calling. Turning point and solo career. After leaving the Caravans, Shirley's career took an exciting new direction. She had spent 8 years perfecting her skills with the group, but now it was time to venture out on her own. This opportunity arose when Hob Records offered her a solo recording contract, which she eagerly accepted. Shirley's first album with Hob Records, titled I'll Go, wasn't just a solo effort. She was supported by the institutional radio choir, adding depth to her already powerful vocals. This album showcased Shirley's talent with soon-to-be classics like Oh Peter, Don't Be Afraid, and Choose Ye This Day, highlighting her unique voice and ability to connect with her audience. Shirley's solo career quickly gained momentum. She released a series of hits that established her as a leading gospel artist. Songs like Satan, We're Going to Tear Your Kingdom Down, and God's Not Dead, He's Yet Alive, became fan favorites. Another standout track, Don't Drive Your Mama Away, resonated deeply with listeners and further solidified her place in the gospel music world. In 1971, Shirley achieved a significant milestone by winning her first Grammy Award for her rendition of Put Your Hand in the Hand of the Man. This accolade was a testament to her talent and hard work, validating her decision to go solo. Just a few years later, in 1975, Shirley earned her first gold record with the song No Charge. This track became an instant hit, touching the hearts of many and demonstrating her ability to create music with a powerful message. Despite her successes, Shirley believed she could reach an even larger audience. She felt that Hob Records might be limiting her potential. When her contract with the label came up for renewal in 1975, she made the bold decision not to renew it, seeking new opportunities to expand her reach. In 1977, Shirley took a risk that would prove controversial within the gospel community. She signed with Roadshow Records, a secular label. Her first album with them was titled First Lady. The name wasn't Shirley's choice. The producer picked it because she was the first woman to record for the label. Little did they know, this title would stick with Shirley for her entire career. First Lady marked a shift for Shirley. While the lyrics were still firmly rooted in gospel, the music itself was considered too worldly by many in the gospel community. This led to some backlash, with many gospel DJs refusing to play songs from the album. Despite this, one track, Faded Rose, became a classic. Overall, the album didn't sell well, but something interesting happened. The First Lady title caught on in the gospel industry. Soon, Shirley was introduced at concerts, on radio shows, and by gospel promoters as the First Lady of gospel music. Shirley gave Roadshow Records another chance with her second album, From the Heart, released in 1978. Unfortunately, it faced the same issues as her first album, with the gospel community still feeling the music was too secular. The album didn't do well. After these setbacks, Shirley knew she needed to reconnect with her gospel roots. She began searching for a gospel label that could help her reach her audience while staying true to her style. In 1980, she found what she was looking for with Word Records. Her time with Word Records was incredibly successful. Over the next several years, she won several more Grammy Awards, proving she had found her stride. Some of her biggest hits came during this time, songs that defined her sound and solidified her status as a gospel music icon. One of these hits, God's Got It All in Control, resonated with listeners, showcasing Shirley's strong faith. Another standout was Hold My Mule, which later gained new life as a Thanksgiving meme online under the title You Name It. This unexpected viral moment introduced Shirley to a whole new generation of fans. Other major hits from this period included He's Working It Out for You, Jesus, I Love Calling Your Name, and You're Next in Line for a Miracle. These songs highlighted Shirley's powerful voice and her ability to deliver messages of faith and hope that touched people's hearts. Throughout her solo career, Shirley made a name for herself in the gospel music scene. She became a familiar face on popular TV shows, including regular guest spots on the Bobby Jones Gospel Show, which helped increase her visibility and grow her fan base. Despite her solo success, Shirley never forgot her roots. She always credited Albertina Walker, her former bandmate from the Caravans, as her mentor. Shirley referred to Albertina as the Queen of Gospel Music, showing deep respect and gratitude for the woman who had given her the big break all those years ago. Controversies. Despite her long-standing reputation as a beloved gospel artist, Shirley became a focal point in discussions about inclusivity and acceptance within the church community. The controversy began when fellow gospel singer Kim Burrell made headlines for a sermon that many considered anti-gay. In her message, Burrell reportedly used harsh language to condemn LGBTQ individuals, describing them and same-sex relationships in graphic, derogatory terms. This sermon sparked widespread outrage and condemnation from many, including some of Burrell's friends and collaborators in the music industry. In response to the backlash against Burrell, Shirley decided to address the matter during a sermon at First Baptist Church of Glenarden in Baltimore. Shirley's comments surprised many of her fans and followers. Instead of distancing herself from Burrell's remarks or calling for more understanding, Shirley suggested that Burrell should have spoken out earlier. Specifically, Shirley reportedly said that Burrell should have made her comments years ago when certain changes were made at the presidential level. Although Shirley didn't specify the event she was referring to, many assumed she was alluding to the legalization of same-sex marriage by the Supreme Court in 2015. Shirley's comments appeared to align her with Burrell's stance, which caught many off guard. As a respected figure in the gospel music world, Shirley's words carried significant weight. Her apparent support for Burrell's controversial statements led to discussions about the role of inclusivity in the church and the responsibilities of public figures when addressing sensitive topics. Adding another layer to the controversy, Shirley also advised being cautious with one's words in the age of social media. She reportedly suggested that church leaders should collect cell phones at the door when they want to say something to their congregation. As criticism mounted, Shirley found herself needing to clarify her position. In an interview with Bishop George Bloomer, she attempted to address the controversy head-on. Shirley said she was too old to be homophobic and emphasized that she would never purposely hurt anyone. She mentioned that she knows who she is and would never say anything to harm anyone. Shirley stressed that she doesn't have time for saying hurtful things. She explained that she's in the later part of her life and is focused on being the best person and humanitarian she can be. Shirley also tried to clarify her earlier comments about the timing of Burrell's remarks. She questioned why this issue was being brought up now and why anyone would disrupt their life over it. She suggested that what's in the past should stay in the past, and that everyone, regardless of their community, should move forward with their lives. To bridge the gap, Shirley concluded her statement with a call for love and acceptance for all. She quoted the Bible saying that by love all people will know we are His disciples. Shirley pointed out that Jesus didn't specify whether this love was for the LGBT community or any other group, but simply said to love one another. However, Shirley's attempts to clear things up did not entirely settle the controversy. Some saw her statements as unclear or evasive, while others appreciated her call for love and moving forward. Interestingly, Shirley's involvement in this debate led to unexpected consequences. Some people started to circulate claims about Shirley's own past, suggesting she may have had relationships with women. These unproven allegations were seen by some as an attempt to show perceived hypocrisy in Shirley's stance. The debate around Shirley's comments also sparked wider conversations about queerness in gospel music. It highlighted other Christian artists who had come out as LGBTQ, challenging traditional views in the Christian music industry. For example, Trey Pearson, the lead singer of the Christian rock band Everyday Sunday, came out as gay in an open letter to fans. The band had been known for their popular Christian music, and Pearson's announcement sent shockwaves through the Christian music community. Similarly, Vicki Beeching, a well-known Christian music star and worship songwriter, came out as gay in 2014. Beeching's lyrics had been sung by millions of Christians in the United States, where she had spent nearly a decade writing and recording worship music. Her coming out at the age of 35 during an interview with a British newspaper was a significant moment in the Christian music world. Jennifer Knapp, another popular Christian music artist, had a similar experience. In 2003, Knapp suddenly stepped away from the Christian music scene, a surprising decision for a young Dove Award-winning artist and Grammy nominee whose debut album had sold over 500,000 records. 7 years later, Knapp made headlines with a new album and by publicly discussing her sexual orientation. False accusations and present life. In June 1983, Shirley made a big change in her personal life by marrying Bishop Harold Williams. This union was both a personal and professional commitment, as the couple became co-pastors of the Mount Calvary Word of Faith Church in Raleigh, North Carolina. Under their leadership, the church grew to have about 1,500 members. Though Shirley didn't have children of her own, she took on the role of stepmother to Bishop Williams' 2 children. Tragedy struck in 2014 when Bishop Williams passed away on July 4th. This was a very hard time for Shirley both personally and as a church leader. However, she stayed strong and continued her work in music and ministry. The same year, Shirley's song "Teach Me, Master," originally released on her 1972 album "Get Up, My Brother," was given a new twist when Dutch producer Baker Matt sampled it. The resulting track, simply titled "Teach Me," reached number 22 on the UK singles chart. This crossover into electronic dance music introduced Shirley's powerful voice to a new generation and showed the lasting appeal of her music. 2016 was a particularly important year for Shirley. She showed that her music career was still going strong when her CD, "Fill This House," topped the gospel Billboard chart. This success proved that even after many years in the industry, Shirley could still create music that deeply resonated with her fans. Recognition for Shirley's impact on music and culture continued. In May 2016, the National Museum of African American Music honored her with the Rhapsody and Rhythm Award in Nashville. This award came before the museum's planned opening in 2018, highlighting Shirley's lasting impact on African American music. In June 2016, Shirley received another prestigious honor when the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce awarded her a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This star serves as a permanent tribute to Shirley's influence on the music industry and her status as a cultural icon. Despite these honors, and her continued work in music and ministry, Shirley has faced some unusual challenges in recent years. Strange rumors about her death have circulated multiple times. In one case, a video falsely claimed that a photo of a hospitalized black woman with a breathing tube was Shirley in her final moments. These baseless rumors caused confusion and concern among her fans. The speculation about Shirley's health and supposed passing resurfaced as recently as January 2024. Another video appeared online, presenting a chronicle of her life and career under the false premise that she had passed away. In response to these persistent false reports, Shirley took matters into her own hands. She recorded an impromptu video to address the rumors directly. Sitting at a table, Shirley spoke candidly to her fans, expressing both humor and frustration at the situation. She acknowledged the rumor claiming she was dead and buried, jokingly saying that unless she was a living dead person, she knew nothing about it. Shirley went on to address more specific health-related rumors, including claims that she had been hospitalized with throat cancer. With her characteristic wit and grace, she emphatically stated that she had never been seriously ill in her life, describing this as a blessing. She thanked her supporters for their prayers and love, and asked for help in spreading the message that she was indeed alive and well to the glory and honor of God. Despite these challenges, Shirley has continued her work in both music and community service. She still holds her annual Outreach Ministries Conference, an event that embodies her commitment to helping those in need. Through this outreach, Shirley provides food, clothing, shelter, and toys for children, as well as financial assistance to those facing hardship. In an entrepreneurial move that aligns with her philanthropic spirit, Shirley opened an anonymous store. True to her giving nature, she uses the profits from this venture to help others, particularly during the holiday season. When asked about her future aspirations, Shirley has expressed an interest in expanding her horizons even further. She has mentioned a desire to do more acting, showing that even after a long and successful career in music and ministry, she is still open to new challenges and experiences.